Hello. Now, the previous 2 days we have been talking about essentialism at home. That it is not just about getting more things done, but getting the right things done. Those things that are truly important to you. And that against all popular belief, you cannot do it all. You cannot please and do everything for everyone all of the time. As much as you would want to. Somewhere along the line, you will fall flat on your face. But now you might think, we are already so busy. How are we supposed to make time for even more stuff? Well, maybe you are just too busy and it is time to learn to say no. Yes, you are allowed to say no. Thanks again for joining me today. Please like my page if you're on Facebook, follow me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and please share it with your people so that it can help them too.
So the big question is, how do women like us, who are wearing so many different hats each day, and who don't cheat by looking like we have everything under control, take back our homes and life, free from the chains of clutter? How do we simplify, get started, get unstuck, let things go and create more time, so that we can truly focus on what is essential for a happy and healthy life with our loved ones? That is the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Lizelle Tenton, and welcome to the Vanilla Essence Show.
I mean, we hear it all the time, and we say it all the time. When we run into someone that we know, and they ask us like, how are you? And what do we say? Busy. So busy. The thing is, we aren't just busy, we are too busy. We are running around like crazy trying to get everything done. And we feel exhausted all the time and totally overwhelmed. We kind of came to believe that we have to feel like this. Like our worth is attached to how busy we are. Now, being busy is not a bad thing. That is not what I'm saying. But being too busy all of the time can be very unhealthy for everyone. And not being able to say no even more so. So how will you know if you're too busy? Today we will look at a few signs that might be signaling to you to slow it down just a little bit. First, you are always multitasking. If you are trying to eat your breakfast, iron your shirt for the day, and at the same time attempting a conversation with the children, you're too busy. Okay, this might be pushing it over the limit, just a little bit, but most of us, in a sense, do try to live our lives like this. Research has proven over and over that multitasking is a bad way to manage your time. Now, I know most of us cannot imagine a day without doing two things at the same time. That includes me as well. But there are other alternatives. Multitasking is actually damaging our ability to be present, to enjoy our children, to appreciate the small things that our partner is doing for us, or just to be grateful for our home and what we are surrounded with. So take a few days and try to do one thing at a time. Don't start the next task until the current one is finished. You will be surprised at the amount of mental clarity that you will experience if you do that. The next point we look at is you constantly feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Now, when you are always too busy and on the run, one of the first things that suffer is your sleep. And against all popular belief, you cannot operate fully on an average of 4 to 6 hours of sleep per night. You need sleep. And if you don't, you will constantly feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Research also shows that sleep deprivation is linked to increased stress, heart disease, and cancer. So try your best to get between 7 and 8 hours of sleep every night for 7 nights in a row, and you will notice the difference that it makes in how you feel and your ability to handle anything that comes your way. Number 3, you struggle to focus on and enjoy the moment. You are forever worrying about what has already happened or about what is still to happen. You find it very hard to just stop and focus on what is happening right now. You are missing out, and it is causing anxiety about things that you have no control over. You have to realize again that you can only control what is happening right now. The past has already happened, and the future still needs to happen. Number 4, you never take time off for yourself. When was the last time or the last day when you just did nothing? that you just were? Now, if you can't remember, you are too busy. You have forgotten how important it is to slow down, make time for yourself, look after yourself, and rest. Just stop the rushing and running for a moment. The world is not going to end if you don't get everything done on your to-do list today. Make time to step away. Go outside and take a walk. It could make all the difference. Or you might be feeling guilty all the time. And the best part is, you don't even know what you feel guilty for. Maybe it is because you're not spending enough quality time with your kids. You just can't get to everything that needs to be done, etc. And because you're always so busy, you have lost track of what matters to you, of what is important to you. And that is why you don't feel good about the way that you are spending your time. Now, it can help if you know where the guilt is coming from. So instead of just keeping on running, take some time to figure out what is it that is making you feel so guilty. And once you know, you can then do something about it. We have one life. It is just not worth it to get up every morning and feel exhausted and overwhelmed before the day has even started. If you're too busy, take it seriously, because at the end of the day, how you spend your time is how you spend your life. And one of the first things that you will have to learn to do is to start saying no. The core of Essentialism at Home depicts that it is only when we learn to say no to those things that are non-essential, that are not so important, and yes to the things that are important to us, that we can start to make the changes we so desire in our homes. Now, thanks again for joining me today. It was lovely to have you here. Remember, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and please share it with your family and your friends so that it can help them too.